Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Fish Den 365. I'm Den Haring, and today I'm going to show you a really cool, simple hack to make your soft plastics more effective and help you catch more fish. So years ago I started to notice this, and most of the fishermen who've been fishing soft plastics may have noticed this as well, and that is there are certain soft plastic baits that when you're using them, after you catch a fish or two on them, they seem to get better. They actually catch more fish, or you get more bites on it after the lure has been roughed up by some fish. And so there's actually something to that, and I first noticed this when fishing with tubes years ago. I found that if you had caught a few fish on a tube, the thing would actually get more bites and get better and better as time went on. So I'm going to show you why that is, and then we're going to show you a real simple hack on how you can make your baits roughed up without having to wait for the fish to do it for you. So here's a Senko, and this is particularly true with soft plastics that have salt in them, a lot of salt, but it doesn't have to. Even if it doesn't have much salt in, roughing the bait up does a few things for you. So this one here is roughed up and this one's not. And hopefully in this light you can see the difference. This may not be able to tell because it's so sunny out, they both look so light. But you'll be able to see some other differences if you can't see the color difference. And the first one is this one. If you notice, the one in this hand here is softer. It's more flexible because it's been roughed up. So it has more flex in it, and as a result looks more alive, and it also has more salt on the surface of the bait because we've roughed it up. So there's that taste factor and that smell factor with the salt being on the surface of the bait. So today we're going to show you how to make that happen real easy. And you know, I've watched many videos, and one of the guys that is a real big proponent of this is Randy Blockhat, and he talks about taking your bait and using your fingers and your hands to rough them all up. And I've used to do that, and it's a pain because you got to really, in order to get the result that you want, you really have to twist and you know, press and tear, and that's the problem. The next thing you know, you're tearing your baits up trying to get the right look to them. You don't have to do any of that. All you need is this. So this is just a piece of Velcro on a stick. So this is just a paint stir that I cut off, and I put a piece of Velcro on it. And it's the rough side of the Velcro, and all I do is just rub that Velcro on my bait. You can put it on the ground and rub it, or you can hold it in your hand and rub it. It doesn't matter. You can see the salt falling out of it as I'm doing this. It's coming to the salt, it's bringing that salt to the surface. And I'm just gonna keep rubbing this up a little bit and roughing it up. You're gonna see that that's gonna make this bait a lot softer. See how that's bending? Much similar to this one. In fact, even more than this one now. So we made that softer. The salt is on the surface, and if you had a different colored bait, you would notice that it tends to make the color of the bait look a little more alive, not so laminate looking, more like it's a real creature. I've got a couple of tubes here. These are Mismo tubes, and I haven't touched any of these. The salt is still falling off of them. I'm going to take one and rough it up, and we'll see how that looks compared to the tube that was not roughed up. Look at the salt falling off as I rough this thing up. And I want to rough up the tails too. I want to get it all roughed up real nice like this. Make sure I do the tails too. And that's going to make that tube appear a little different than this one. Look what it makes the tails softer and straighter. It does a lot of things that you might not notice immediately, but those things seem to make a difference to the fish. It's not an accident that you've noticed, if you fish soft plastics, it's not an accident that you've noticed that used soft plastics, ones that have been catching fish, seem to get more bites than a brand new one. And now you can accelerate that factor just with a real simple thing, maybe a little ice cream stick or a little paint stir stick like I have here with a piece of Velcro. It's all you need to make that bait more effective right from the get-go. So I wish I could tell you that this was my idea, but it wasn't. I got it from a channel called In Deep on the Delta with Steve Cooper. It was a short video where he showed how to do this with a Senko. But it applies more than to just a Senko. Any soft plastic that you want to make more effective, this can really help rough it up a lot simpler than you using your fingers and trying to do all those kind of crazy iterations with it. I hope you found the video useful. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. I want to get 10,000 subscribers. I've got a ways to go. People out there think I should have more than I do. I don't know why I don't. I'm trying to figure out the YouTube algorithm. I'm going to keep working at it. We'll keep improving. Till next time, be safe out there. Hope to see you on the water. And as always, may God bless your fishing endeavors.